If you're 12 or 13 and you just started trying to get stronger, healthier, or more disciplined, listen up. You're about to go through something almost everyone experiences. I call it the 3-week discipline arc. Week 1 feels rough. Week 2 feels boring. But week 3 is when something crazy happens. You start feeling more energy, more focus, and more confidence. But most people quit before they ever reach that point. So in this video, I'm going to explain what each week actually feels like, why your brain fights you at first, and how to block distractions so you can reach week 3 and beyond. Let's dive into week 1, the rough week. The first week is always the hardest. Your brain is used to doing the easy stuff, like watching videos, playing games, and scrolling on your phone. So when you suddenly start doing things like running, working out, waking up earlier, or eating healthier, your brain basically says, wait, why are we doing this? You might feel tired, sore, and super unmotivated. This is completely normal. Your body and mind are just adjusting to new habits. Most people quit here because they think something is wrong with them, or that it's just too hard. But actually, this is the most critical part where you're building the foundation of your discipline. Pushing through this feeling is the first major win. Then comes week 2, the boring week. Week 2 is different. Your body isn't as sore anymore. The workouts might even feel a little easier. But something else happens. It starts to feel boring. This is where a lot of people lose their motivation. The initial excitement of starting something new is gone, but you haven't seen the big results yet. You feel like you're stuck in the middle, just going through the motions. This is actually the most important week of the entire arc. Because if you keep showing up during week 2, even when it's not exciting, you're training your brain to be consistent. And consistency is the secret sauce that separates the people who succeed from the people who quit. Now for the good part. Week 3. The alive week. This is where things get really interesting. This is when you suddenly start to notice real changes. You wake up with more energy. Your workouts feel more natural, almost automatic. Your body feels stronger, and you start feeling something incredibly powerful. Momentum. Your brain finally begins to connect these new, healthy habits with feeling good. You might notice you have better stamina. You can focus better in school. Your mood is brighter, and your muscles feel firmer. This is the point where many people say they start to feel truly alive again. But remember, you only get to experience this amazing feeling if you push through the roughness of week 1 and the boredom of week 2. Now, one of the biggest things that stops people from ever reaching week 3 is distractions. Things like endless YouTube shorts, gaming all day, and scrolling through social media. These things give your brain a chemical called dopamine, which makes you feel rewarded and happy. The problem is, when your brain gets too much easy dopamine from these passive activities, it stops wanting to do harder things like working out. So, here are a few simple ways to block those distractions. First, try setting a daily screen time limit for games or social media. Second, when it's time to train, put your phone in another room. Remove the temptation. And third, create a routine. Try to do your workout at the same time every day. Your brain will start to expect it, making it easier to start. Another helpful trick is something called a dopamine detox. This doesn't mean you have to remove all fun from your life. It just means taking a short break from the super stimulating things for a little while. For example, try limiting social media, junk food, and non-stop gaming for a few days. Instead, focus on things like exercise, reading a book, going outside, or playing a sport with friends. After a few days, your brain starts enjoying normal activities again. And those workouts you were dreading, they actually start to feel more rewarding and fun. So remember the 3-week discipline arc. Week 1 is rough. Week 2 is boring. Week 3 feels amazing. If you can just push through those first 2 weeks, you might discover something that most people never experience. Real discipline. And once you build that, you can achieve almost anything you set your mind to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.